Like to hit the ball further? Well, improve the direction of your pivot and you'll do just that. Hi, I'm Jason King for Australian Golf Digest TV. Now, what we see at home with a lot of the club golfers is that when they make a backswing, they're doing it in an effort to try to hit the ball further. So through age or ability, we might see golfers that move their body completely level in the effort to make a bigger backswing. The problem with that is when we see the shoulders in the golf swing turn too level, it almost lifts us up out of our posture and almost gives us a little bit too much right side bend at the top of the backswing. So that does a few things for how we use the ground. Firstly, it keeps us above the ground. When we think about that lead shoulder at the start of the backswing, ideally we want to see it move down towards our trail foot. Once we get to the top of the backswing, you'll see the direction of that shaft over my shoulders now is more diagonal. Effectively, that helps me load the ground, and now I can use the ground to follow that direction out with my body on the through swing, and you'll see my lead side stretches at the bottom of the swing. This would be a more dynamic way to use the ground, and it certainly improves the delivery of the club at the bottom of the swing. Let me hit one and I'll demonstrate. So what we see with the club golf is that they move in a completely different way. When they take the club away, and you might have seen some of my earlier videos where I talk about getting the club head up early in front of the hands on the takeaway, and this promotes the right start direction up to the top of the backswing. But regardless of the club head, sometimes people just move too level going back. As I said, they lift up out of their posture, and one of the biggest problems with that is when they've got that level look and shoulder turn at the top of the swing, even if their arms have managed to get the shaft of that club in a half decent position, and we see that that lead shoulder in transition steepens, which also steepens the pitch of the shaft of the golf club coming in, which is going to give us, obviously like the pitch, it's going to give us a steeper attack angle at the bottom of the swing. It's also going to give us, in most cases, an outside in path. This is where a lot of complications can happen at that all-important impact with the club. So rather than have that lead side get to its nice long radius at the bottom and be able to have that flat left wrist supporting that club face, what we'd see is that the club golfers coming over the top are almost working into the ground. So now they've got to make an alteration to try to not slam that club into the ground. And that's when we see bent lead arms, we see poor wrist angles, and a lot of faults can happen from there. So to improve how that club lines up at the bottom of the swing, we want to make sure we can get that lead shoulder down at the top of the backswing and let it work back up at the bottom and into the impact area. Remember, for the club golfers at home, not to move up and increase your height on the backswing and then move towards the ball for too long on the downswing. That can really create some problems with that impact area. So we want to feel that that lead shoulder can go down on the takeaway and then almost move up on the way through. As we stretch our body, we can extend our arms and we'll be hitting better golf shots in no time.